Good morning everyone, SBG Active Aussie here. Sunday morning, it's about 11:15 a.m. I've just been out and about doing a few things and felt like coming here to the edge of the forest and making a video. As you know, I have made 2 or 3 videos about women who are making videos about dating and relationships, and often in regard to MGTOW. And now there are a lot of Asian gals doing this as well, as I've mentioned before, and I've noticed now even some Chinese women are doing it. And yes, these so-called modern women are a problem with the female nature and hypergamy, which has been discussed many times. But I feel that one of the biggest problems nowadays is the hordes of simps that are still around. And I even feel that simping is just getting worse and worse because so many men are very thirsty and desperate now. And if you try to criticize any of these gals who are making the videos now in regard to relationships, dating, the red pill and MGTOW, if you try and criticize any of these women, all of the irate simps will suddenly come out of the woodwork. And another thing these types of guys will try to do is pretend that the phenomenon, the problem of incels, does not exist. They will deny that many average men feel disenfranchised and marginalized within our current Western society. And I suspect that some of these guys might be the average men themselves who could be classified as a type of incel, but they are in denial. They are types of incels in denial. But as I've said before, I think that a lot of average men are incels and that the incel phenomenon is a real thing. But I've never tried to disparage these type of men. But you have many men simping in the comments of these women's channels, and a lot of these gals are giving men very bad advice. They give other women shit advice, but they also give men terrible advice. So men should not be taking any sort of advice from women nowadays, especially in 2023. So as much as the so-called modern women are a problem, I think men nowadays are even a bigger problem, because if men stop simping and were not so thirsty, you can bet that the women would quickly modify their behavior, and maybe there would be a return to how things were back in the late 70s and early 80s to some extent. I think things are never going to return to how they were like 30 or 40 years ago. But if men stop simping so much, stop being so desperate, stop giving these gals so much validation, I think we would notice quite a difference within our societies. So I've just noticed this a lot, that there are many of these very aggressive simps. They're very vociferous, very nasty sometimes, and it's just getting to the point where it's become really pathetic. I'm just heading out toward the road now. I like to come down here because there's not many people, and I've just been up to the main gate of Tui Forest and could not get a car park, and there are even people parked out on the side of the road because it's a very sunny day in Brisbane with no wind. So a lot of people come out, they go bushwalking, we'll go to the beach, do those sort of things. So Brisbane's actually a very outdoors type of city where people like to get out into nature. Anyway, that's about all for now. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Probably still Saturday in most parts of the world, many parts of the world. So I hope you're enjoying your weekend, and I'll talk to you later.